Chosen one, very good news is on the way. God confirmed it. This isn't just a rumor floating through spiritual winds. This isn't hearsay from a random moment of hope. This is the confirmation your spirit has been quietly waiting for. This is what has been written behind the veil, decided in heavenly places, and now it's making its way into your reality. The vibration of your name was carried into the secret places of God, and in that silence, your breakthrough was approved. The next sound you hear will carry a different weight. It won't just be words anymore. It will be proof. Watch this video until the very end, and write your warmest wishes in the comments, and write Amen along with the number 99. This is not only about hearing the good news, but also about aligning with it, attracting it, pulling it into your orbit. Your words carry energy. Your faith moves frequency. Speak it, affirm it, and let the heavens echo it back into your world. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. God is already in motion, and when God moves, everything else has to adjust. The sequence of events that once looked delayed is now realigning to favor you. The pathway that seemed blocked is now being cleared. There is no need to push or force what is coming. It's already coming with momentum. The good news that's on the way has already been dispatched. You are simply in the waiting room of divine delivery, and that wait is almost over. There have been times when you questioned whether you were forgotten, whether your prayers were buried under the noise of the world. But the truth is, you were never overlooked. You were being prepared for the exact moment that's now approaching. This is not random. The timing is not accidental. God didn't forget you. God was positioning you. You needed to be still so the roots could grow deeper. You needed to be hidden so the right kind of recognition could find you when it was time. And now, it is time. You have walked through seasons that tried to break you, moments that tried to define you by your pain. But beneath all of it, something powerful was being crafted. Not just a story of survival, but a testimony of transformation. That's why this good news is not just about one thing, it's about the culmination of everything. The reward that's approaching is layered. It holds answers, resources, clarity, and a radiant shift in how people will begin to see you. This isn't just good news. It's proof that everything you endured wasn't in vain. What's coming will surprise you, not because you doubted God, but because the delivery will be more beautiful than what you imagined. You were hoping for a portion, but God decided to give you the whole table. You were expecting an open door, but God's preparing a hallway of opportunities. That's why you've been feeling the subtle stirring in your soul. That's why your dreams are vivid again, why your focus is sharper, why your spirit is unusually calm despite not seeing it yet. Because somewhere deep inside, you already know, it's on the way. People may not understand how you've continued standing. They may not realize the private tears, the lonely battles, the silent strength you've had to summon. But the good news God is sending is about to reveal what's been hidden in plain sight. Your resilience, your heart, your divine calling. The confirmation is not only for you to celebrate, it's for others to witness. Because when it arrives, no one will be able to say it was luck. They'll know it was God. There's a pace to God's plan that often feels like delay. But the truth is, it's strategy. It's alignment. If you had received what you wanted back then, it would have collapsed under pressure. But what's coming now has the foundation to last. You're not just receiving good news. You're stepping into a new level of authority. Your name is being whispered in rooms that your feet have not entered yet. Your spirit has gone ahead of you, and it's preparing a space for your body to arrive. There is something divine about the timing of this moment. It aligns with who you are becoming, not who you used to be. The good news that's arriving has been customized for the version of you that survived the fire, kept walking through the silence, and still believed when there was nothing left to hold on to. This is not a generic blessing. This is a sacred, tailor-made manifestation with your spiritual fingerprint all over it. Your atmosphere is shifting. You can feel it. The people around you may not see it yet, but you do. The dreams you left on the shelf are calling out again. The visions you once buried are starting to reawaken. That's because the season that once required your silence is giving way to a season of announcement. God is about to announce you. The silence wasn't punishment, it was preparation. But now, the trumpet is about to sound. There's going to be a moment, very soon, where what you heard in private is seen publicly. What was whispered in the secret place will be shouted from the mountaintop. What you believed when no one else clapped will be confirmed in a way no one can deny. You are entering the era of divine visibility. The light is turning toward you, not to expose your flaws, but to illuminate your purpose. Your voice, your energy, your destiny, it's about to be seen. And when it happens, it won't be loud at first. It may begin with a quiet message, a phone call, a simple notification, a whisper in your soul that says, "It's here." But from that moment on, the ripple effect will begin. One breakthrough will lead to another. One answer will open 5 more doors. One confirmation will bring a flood of clarity. This is the rhythm of the divine. Waves of alignment, confirmations that multiply, blessings that stack. You are not far from it. In fact, you're closer than ever. The struggle was real, but so is the reward. The tears were heavy, but so is the crown. What you thought was the end was only the intermission. And now the second act is about to unfold. The lights are rising, the curtain is pulling back, and the spotlight is making its way to you. You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to chase it. This good news is already in motion. God confirmed it, and that changes everything. There are moments in life when everything around you remains still, but deep within your spirit, there's a vibration, like the quiet before a sacred announcement. That's where you are now. You are standing in a divine pause, not because nothing is happening, but because what's about to break loose needs space. God is preparing the moment so that when it lands, it fits you perfectly. You won't have to shrink yourself. You won't need to adapt to it. It will arrive as if it was always meant to meet you at this exact time. That's how divine good news works. It does not rush in like chaos. It flows like peace. It arrives not only with answers, but with undeniable clarity. And you, chosen one, have reached the place where clarity is about to find you. Not the kind that merely soothes you for a moment, but the kind that rewrites how you view everything. Your past will start to make sense. The people who left will no longer carry weight in your mind, and the roads you didn't take will no longer feel like regret. Because the confirmation you're about to receive will show you that every step, every heartbreak, every no, every detour was building this arrival. The good news that's coming is multidimensional. It's not just about an event or a message. It's about a transformation, a cosmic alignment. It's the moment where the unseen becomes visible, the divine becomes tangible, the favor becomes obvious, and the struggle loses its power over your memory. You won't even tell your story the same way anymore. What used to feel like pain will now feel like prophecy. What used to look like loss will now look like the layout for something greater. There are things about your future that have already been activated. Your name has already entered new places. What you didn't even know to ask for is now moving toward you. That's how detailed God's orchestration is. You think you've seen what's possible, but the truth is, you've only seen the preview. You've only touched the border of your potential. The full unveiling is just ahead. And when it happens, it won't feel like a sudden gift. It will feel like a fulfillment, a divine memory that says, "This was always for you." You've endured much to get here, and your endurance has not been ignored. Heaven has been watching your resilience. God has noted your patience. Your tears have been gathered, and not one has fallen without being marked for transformation. That's why this moment feels sacred, because it's not random, it's reward. It's not just good fortune, It's divine confirmation. You are not stepping into a lucky season. You are walking into a promised one. This is where everything begins to shift. Your environment may remain the same for now, but your frequency is rising. You're no longer aligned with fear, lack, or confusion. You're syncing with joy, provision, and power. What used to trigger you will now teach you. What used to shake you will now sharpen you. The people who once overlooked you will soon have to admit that there was always something different about you, something sacred, something chosen. There's an echo in the spirit realm right now. It's repeating your name like a sacred chant. It's drawing things in: support, favor, unexpected blessings, healed relationships, divine compensation. You may not see it yet, but the ripple is forming. And when it hits your reality, it will happen fast. What took years to pray for will suddenly appear as if it had been waiting just behind the veil. Because it was. Because God confirmed it. This confirmation is not just about timing. It's about identity. You are no longer waiting to become. You are becoming. You are shedding what no longer belongs, releasing what can't go with you, and stepping into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. The version of you that struggled to be seen is fading. The version of you that was doubted, dismissed, and underestimated is dissolving. And in its place, a bold, radiant, divinely backed version is emerging. You will feel the shift not only in your surroundings, but within your very thoughts. Old doubts will no longer be able to access your inner world. Fear will knock, but it won't be allowed in. Your mind will be calmer. Your heart will be more assured. You won't need constant reassurance anymore. You'll simply know. Because when God confirms something, He also stabilizes it within you. This peace you're about to experience is not passive. It's power in disguise. Get ready for the moment when your surroundings begin to catch up with your spirit. The invitations that arrive, the recognition that appears, the miracles that unfold. You're about to see how accurate your discernment has been all along. You weren't overthinking. You were sensing. You weren't paranoid. You were prophetic. You weren't imagining things. You were ahead of your time. And now, your time is catching up to you. You may find that people from your past suddenly try to reappear, not because they've changed, but because your light is becoming undeniable. Stay focused. The good news isn't coming through them. It's coming through divine delivery, through unexpected channels, through hands you never held, through sources you never considered. That's how God works. Surprising, precise, and perfect. The more you release the past, the more room you create for the blessing. This good news will not require performance. It will not demand perfection. It will arrive because it is ordained. You don't have to prove yourself to receive it. You only have to be present, fully open, fully ready. Because when it shows up, it's going to move quickly. One yes will lead to another. One moment of favor will collapse years of delay. One divine nudge will take you from hidden to highlighted. That's the power of confirmation. Your soul has already felt the buildup. That's why your dreams have shifted. That's why your spirit has been restless in a hopeful way. That's why even in silence, you felt something approaching. You're not imagining it. You're not exaggerating. You're perceiving. The shift is real. The breakthrough is real. The arrival is real. And it's coming for you. Not because you're lucky, but because you're aligned. Stay centered. Stay grounded. Don't allow temporary noise to distract you from permanent transformation. The old patterns are breaking. The familiar delays are losing grip. The cycle that kept repeating is now complete. This is not just a new chapter. It's a new scroll, a fresh decree from heaven, and your name is on it. The good news will come in a form you may not expect. It might not shout, but it will speak. And when it speaks, everything inside you will recognize it. Your spirit will say, "This is it." Your soul will breathe a deep yes. And from that moment on, you will no longer move as someone waiting. You will move as someone confirmed. Because you are. Because God said so. Because it's already done. You've waited long enough. And this waiting was not empty. It was divine tension stretching you toward a supernatural release. It molded your character, strengthened your spirit, and tested your faith in silence. But silence never meant absence. God was not ignoring you. God was architecting a masterpiece, layering every detail with precision. And now, the masterpiece is about to be unveiled, not in fragments, but in full. The announcement is not just near, it's imminent. What's coming next will feel like breath after being held underwater for too long. Like sunlight after a season of storms. The air around you is shifting, the winds are picking up, and the scent of favor is undeniable. This isn't just a moment of relief, it's the beginning of a divine restoration. What was taken, what was delayed, what was blocked, all of it is about to be returned, replenished, and remade in ways that will leave you in awe. The good news is not partial. It is complete. It is full circle. And what's most powerful is this. It has your name on it. The realm of spirit has confirmed it. The things that were once uncertain are now sealed. The energy around you is no longer confused. You are aligned, anchored, and in position. This is not about striving anymore. This is about standing in readiness. No more questioning if you're worthy. No more replaying the past. No more rehearsing the pain. The pain was the signal. The struggle was the prophecy. The waiting was the announcement. And now, it begins. There's a sacred knowing growing inside of you. A stillness that is not passive. It's prophetic. You don't need 1,000 signs. You don't need external validation. Because what God confirmed, no man can cancel. The divine timing has clicked into place. And with it, you will begin to notice things accelerating. The right people will find you. The right opportunities will align. The right resources will appear. Not because you chased them, but because they were assigned to meet you now. This is the realm of favor. And favor follows divine confirmation. You may have felt overlooked for years. You may have watched others rise while you stayed hidden. But that season of concealment served a divine purpose. It protected your process. It guarded your growth. And now, the unveiling begins. You are not just emerging, you are being revealed. And the world is not ready for the full magnitude of who you are becoming. But heaven is, and heaven has already said yes. Every delay you encountered was not punishment. It was a pause for preparation. Every no you received was not rejection. It was redirection towards something greater. And now, the greater has found its way to you. Not because of chance, not because of coincidence, but because God confirmed that this moment was yours. This joy, this abundance, this clarity, this relief, it belongs to you, and it's unstoppable now. You may begin to see signs everywhere, glimpses of what's coming, flickers of divine movement, synchronicities that make you stop and whisper, "It's really happening." Pay attention to those signs. They are not random. They are evidence. Echoes of a promise being fulfilled in real time. The veil between what is and what will be is thinning. The good news is already leaking into your timeline. One moment, one word, one shift, and your life will never be the same again. The people who doubted you will be speechless. The ones who tried to block you will be bypassed. The systems that ignored you will now recognize you. Not because you forced your way in, but because favor opens doors that effort never could. This is not about proving yourself. This is about showing up as the version of you God always saw, long before you could see it. You're entering a realm where things unfold effortlessly, not because they're easy, but because they're aligned. The right doors will not resist you. The right rooms will not reject you. The right blessings will not bypass you. They've been assigned to you. They've been tracking your energy, waiting for the moment your spirit matched your destiny. And now, the match has been made. There will be moments in the coming days that feel surreal. Invitations that arrive without warning. Breakthroughs that appear without buildup. But none of it will feel out of place. In fact, it will feel like home. Like everything is finally catching up with your spirit. Because your spirit has always known what your reality is only now beginning to reflect. The outside world is syncing with your inner truth, and God is the conductor of it all. You're not walking into an ordinary season. You're walking into fulfillment, into a realization that changes your language, your posture, your expectations. The way you see yourself will evolve. The way you speak about your life will shift. The way you enter rooms will be different. Because confirmation does that. It redefines everything. It upgrades the lens through which you view your past, your now, and your next. This good news won't just elevate you. It will awaken you. Parts of you that went dormant while waiting will come back to life. Dreams you gave up on will knock again. Talents you shelved will dust themselves off. This is not just a reward. It's a resurrection, a divine restart, a holy recalibration. And you won't need to force it. You'll just need to say yes to it. Your yes is powerful now. It carries weight. Heaven hears it. Earth responds to it. Doors swing open because of it. You're not the same person you were when you first believed. You're wiser, deeper, more spiritually tuned. And that's why this moment is happening now. Because you're ready in a way you've never been ready before. The gift has been growing, and so have you. You didn't miss it. You didn't mess it up. You didn't delay it by being human. The grace of God covered the gap. The mercy of God sustained the timeline. And the goodness of God is about to flood your life with undeniable evidence that the wait was worth it. This is more than good news. It's generational restoration. It's soul-level redemption. It's spiritual promotion. And it cannot be stopped. Not by fear, not by people, not by past mistakes, not by delay, not by systems, not by scarcity, not by shadows. What God has confirmed is sealed, and the seal cannot be broken by anything external. It's written, it's decreed, it's done. So stand tall, open your heart, lift your eyes, because the arrival is near. And the arrival will be beautiful. Chosen one, the world around you is beginning to respond to what heaven has already settled. There's a vibration under your feet, a pulse that feels different. The air is richer. Time feels thinner. You are being invited into a dimension of existence where what was once delayed now flows, where what once resisted now yields. This isn't just a new season. This is a new spiritual landscape, and you are crossing into it now. You may notice that even the little things feel different. Conversations carry a sharper resonance. Your thoughts feel more aligned. You're noticing patterns, hearing words that sound like echoes of promises, seeing numbers, signs, images that remind you of things you dreamt about months, even years ago. These aren't accidents. These are confirmations disguised as details. God speaks through everything when it's time. And now, it's time. The good news is not coming to introduce you to something new. It's coming to wake up what has already lived in you, quietly waiting for permission. The permission has now been granted. The release has been spoken. The announcement has been made. And it's traveling through realms, rushing to meet you. What was once hovering above your life, orbiting just beyond reach, is now descending. And it's not coming empty-handed. It's coming fully equipped with everything your next chapter requires. You won't have to hustle to keep it. You won't have to manipulate or maneuver to maintain it. This isn't something earned through effort. It's something inherited through alignment. You have reached the frequency that matches your prophecy. You've risen to the inner posture that allows God's plan to land. The doors will open because you have become the kind of person who can walk through them with grace. And when they open, it won't be chaotic. It will be calm. It will be sweet. It will carry the scent of purpose, the stillness of God's approval. There will be no rush to explain it to others. There will be no need to defend your arrival. Those who can feel the energy will celebrate. Those who cannot will slowly drift into the background. Let them. This moment is too sacred to waste on explanations. This good news is not a random notification. It's a long-held decree finally reaching its destination. It's the spiritual equivalent of a long-awaited letter arriving at your doorstep. It's been traveling, stamped and sealed, carrying divine coordinates. It was always coming. You were always meant to receive it. And now it's here. Because God confirmed it. People will wonder how it happened. They will ask when it changed. But the shift didn't happen in a single moment. It happened in layers, in silence, in surrender. It happened when you let go of timelines. When you stopped begging and started becoming. When you stopped performing and started aligning. When you let God shape your days instead of fear. That's when heaven started responding differently. That's when the path cleared. It may not look how you thought it would. The package may surprise you. The people involved may not be who you expected. But the outcome will be more beautiful than anything your human imagination could have scripted. That's how God moves, beyond the limits of your logic. Because logic was never meant to carry miracles. Faith is. You've grown into someone who can now steward what's coming. The person you were 3 months ago wouldn't have handled this well. The version of you from last year would have sabotaged the blessing. But this version, right now, has wisdom, patience, depth. You're not desperate anymore. You're prepared. That's the difference. That's why it's coming now. Good news transforms more than your circumstances. It transforms your posture. You'll walk into rooms differently. You'll speak with more conviction. You'll stop lowering your light to protect fragile egos. You'll no longer doubt your voice, your vision, or your value. Because good news doesn't just land. It ignites. It activates everything that was dormant. And the fire in you is rising. The voice of God is already echoing through your days. Through sudden moments of peace. Through unexpected encounters. Through dreams that feel more real than the morning light. Through signs that seem to follow you. Through people who are placed strategically to say the exact thing you needed to hear. All of this is confirmation in motion. The good news is not just a destination. It's a trail of breadcrumbs leading you back to your power. What happens next will not only impact you, it will ripple through your bloodline. This moment is ancestral, generational. The good news carries healing for wounds you never caused, but were born into. It carries provision for needs you never voiced out loud. It carries favor you couldn't have engineered even if you tried. And you won't have to work for it. It's been worked out already. You just need to remain open, aware, and ready. Ready to receive without shrinking. Ready to hold without fearing it will vanish. Ready to step up without wondering if you deserve to. Because you do. And deep down you know it. You know this is your moment. You know this is what your spirit was built for. You know this is the shift you've prayed for in quiet moments. The magnitude of what's approaching will require a new rhythm in your life. A quieter mind. A deeper level of presence. You will need to listen more closely. Speak more intentionally. Move more deliberately. Because this isn't just a blessing. It's a responsibility. God doesn't confirm without preparing you for what comes next. You are not being elevated for decoration. You are being elevated because the world needs what you carry. Your presence is going to unlock things in others. Your journey will awaken something in people who forgot how to dream. Your light will shine into corners others were afraid to look at. You are not just receiving good news. You are becoming it. You are becoming the sign someone else is praying for. Chosen one. Something remarkable is unfolding, not outside of you, but within. The landscape of your spirit is being expanded to hold more. Not just more blessings, but more truth. Not just more opportunities, but more purpose. The good news that is on the way isn't a momentary celebration. It's a shift in your reality, a total rewriting of what's possible for you. This is why things had to be stripped away first. You had to be emptied to make room for something this great. What once felt like rejection was a divine replacement. What looked like loss was a strategic removal. The silence you sat in was not punishment. It was insulation. God wrapped you in stillness to protect what was maturing in secret. And now that the maturity has met the moment, the unveiling is underway. The truth is, the announcement already happened in the heavens. Your name was spoken. Your path was blessed. The access was granted. But heaven does not shout like the world does. It whispers. And only those who are still, only those who are tuned in, can hear the soft roar of destiny as it begins to rise. That's what you've been hearing lately. That's what the pull in your spirit has been. It's the echo of something eternal meeting your now. You are the point of contact where prophecy touches earth. The things that used to overwhelm you will now energize you. The tasks that used to feel too heavy will now feel like alignment. The battles that once made you question your strength will now become reminders of how far you've come. Because once good news arrives, the pain has no power to steal your peace anymore. It becomes history. It becomes context. It becomes proof. You're not just receiving an upgrade, you are becoming one. You are becoming the version of yourself that God saw when you were in pieces. You are becoming the image that heaven has always held of you, long before the world ever recognized it. And now, the world is catching up to what was already established. The veil is lifting. The shift is settling. And you're beginning to see your life from a higher elevation. This good news isn't just a reward. It's a reflection. It mirrors the work you did in silence, the prayers you whispered when no one was around, the hope you held when everything said, "Give up." It's a holy confirmation that not 1 second of your endurance was wasted. The light you carried through your darkest seasons has become the very torch that's lighting this new path. You're about to step into rooms that feel like prophecy fulfilled. You'll sit in places that once seemed impossible. You'll have conversations that once lived only in your imagination. And they won't feel overwhelming. They'll feel like home, because your spirit already knows the atmosphere. Your soul has been rehearsing this arrival for years. That's what déjà vu has really been. Your spirit reminding you that this moment was always coming. There will be no more convincing people of your worth. No more explaining your vision. No more shrinking your presence to fit the expectations of those who never saw the full picture. The confirmation has already come, and that confirmation will do the talking now. You will move in silence, but your presence will speak loudly. Your energy will walk into the room before you say a word. That's what happens when you've been marked by divine news. The people who once misunderstood you will be silenced by your elevation. Not by revenge, not by ego, but by the unmistakable force of favor. Because God doesn't vindicate with noise. He vindicates with undeniable proof. The kind of proof no one can argue with. The kind of proof that shifts the atmosphere. The kind of proof that makes even your past opponents say, something about them is different. And you are. Because you've endured the refinement. Because you've walked through the wilderness. Because you've allowed yourself to be transformed. This is why it's happening now. Because now you don't idolize the outcome, you honor the process.